Hi guys, good dawn on a lovely Monday, everyone. This is JM one more time, the morning ice candy vendor for the Monday. This is the start of the week, right? I want to have this topic about discrimination because why this for me this is society kind of issue which is happening right now. Because why? It's not only in one level that discrimination happens. It happens all throughout. Like uh, people judge you on how you dress, how you what are the clothes you're wearing, or if you have a car, right? You will be judged directly by that way. If you have a car, they will look at you high. If you dress well, you would be accommodated well. If you would have a clean shave, those kind of things, right? If you go into the custom, you will be accepted. Those kind of things, right? Which is happening right now. Most of the victims of discriminations are frontliners because why they are really working in a uh, as people in the streets, people in the hospitals, people in the hotels, those kind of guys, people in the airports and such. As long as they are considered frontliner guys, they get to be discriminated and they do the hardest things. Right? It's painful to look at that because why? Uh, for conservative people, they tend to be like, this is not acceptable. Head on. But do you know, guys, one scenario that those kind of things don't really happen sometimes? It's like when you're in a bank, guys. Look at it that way. People that come into the banks that have like short sleeve shirts, shorts, sandals, and such. When they come into the uh, in the in the bank, normally each of the tellers would accommodate them head on. Because why? They are somewhat I considered for the bank as preferred customers. Because why? They dress low profile, they dress simple. But if you realize, guys, those are the people that have a big deposit in banks, right? Those are the people that are very essential for banks. Without those people, they have big deposits in the bank. The operations of certain banks wouldn't be roaming around, right? If you look into also those frontliners that we have to treat them as our heroes, guys. We have to thank them that they are there because not if not for them, guys, if they neglected their jobs, uh, being nurses, being doctors in the hospital, guys, who's gonna take care of us if we go into the hospitals for treatment? It's them, guys. When I heard of the news that there was one nurse that was discriminated, it pained me a lot. Why? People don't know that. Some people don't know that they work their hats out just to serve us. If we would be in the hospital, not to neglect that sometimes there are hospitals that if you don't know somebody within the hospital, you don't show any cash. Sometimes you're gonna be neglected. That should not be the case. I hope that hospital that I experienced that those kind of treatments would change in the next few months because it's really painful for that because why? Uh, at the end of the day, when you're going to be discharged from for a certain hospital, because it happened to my wife one time. uh, we didn't have that was the time that I started my own small business. We were in that hospital, and she was giving birth to her first kid. And at the time, we didn't have the people that we know right now. It took time for some of our for our frontliners to take care to notice us, but not all though. There are some that are doing their work for certain things. Uh, they're working their ass out, and it's sad to say that they are really sometimes unpaid. uh, in other communities, guys, because of your how you dress, you're gonna be like, some will make fun of you and how you do things. Uh, they're gonna judge you head on. That sometimes they don't know that that person that discriminated, guys, would be their boss in the near future. They If you have seen the video about uh, Edo Montano, Agot Isidro, the late Redford White, and late Babalu. The title of the video was "I Do I Die, Just Could I." If you look into that clip, guys, there was a certain clip wherein Redford White, Babalu, and Edo were in an elevator. What Redford White did and Babalu did at the scene is that they laugh at Edo because of how he dresses, uh, how he wears certain things. But at the end of the day, what really happened is when they applied for a job, the person that received their resume was Edo itself, the person that they laugh at first, uh, which is sad because why? The line there is like, Edo really told borrowing from that movie. Edo told those Red for White in Babylon, you cared to pass your paper, but in the first place, before you tried to humiliate in a lot of people, you do have the guts, right? Those kind of things, guys. That's why I want to discuss about this because this really happens, guys, and I really don't want this to. For me, it pains me to see people being discriminated because of how they dress up and such. Sometimes, me being the I'm owning a Scandinavian vendor, guys, I also would receive those criticisms from people that they don't really know me at first. Sometimes they look at me how I sell and such. They give me negative. Uh, what do I do? If those answers to their criticisms when they ask me, they have a sour face, would be a no, particularly. Uh, particularly is, do they know the human rights in particular? This freedom for expression. Do they know the prohibitions to this? The answer is no. If they say, if the question here is, are they the one who rents your house to pay for your rent? So the answer is no. The third question is, if the question is, do they feed your family? Do they, buy the clothes that your kids have? Do they pay the rent on your house? If the answer is no, guys, let them live their own. Don't fight back at them, guys, because you know well about certain things. And it's really sad to say, guys. Um, some discrimination happen when a certain person uh, applies for a job. People will look into if you're a college graduate or not, right? It's sad to say that should not be the case because why? The basis for an employment case is your your ability and your enterprise, guys. How you gonna be sharing this to others? Because why? Um, there are sometimes, guys, not to offend also, because I am also a degree holder, not to offend those degree holders or board passers, guys. There are times, guys, that a certain person who hasn't yet take a board for a certain field, particularly like in the construction industry, with regards to uh, creating a house, there is a person that didn't pass the board, didn't take the board, no, or didn't pass the board at first. And there's a person that the person passed the board, has the license. But when you look into how he does his job, his thing, is that person that didn't pass the board was better with regards to working compared to a person with a license. For me, what differs is what I wanted is like for me is like we give equal chance, whether that would be a high school graduate or an elementary graduate or a college graduate. Basis for a certain opportunity to be given should be the enterprise and how he does it. We should look into that because why? That person might be an elementary graduate or high school graduate, but if you know, guys, uh, this thing, guys, is not really a thing um, to be qualified for a certain position because why? There are people that we quote unquote jack of all trades, master of none. They haven't yet finished for anything of those things, but when you give them a chance to do things, they will be proficient. They will be better. The thing also here for discrimination for not to offend the LGBT community. Some of those, because I have friends who are part of that community. Some of those people I see right there, nationwide, right? They're asking for it to be respected. But what some of their fellow community members first attract those discrimination, which is sad to say because of why I'm always into for equality, but if uh, those certain persons draw being humiliated, which is not good to see them that you humiliated. They're also humanized. They were created in His image and likeness. They should be equal. They should be treated equal. But the thing is, some of them would really would bring out those things that happen to them, uh, which is sad. Which really sad. And some of those people, that because of the discrimination and such, they what's a bad side about being discriminated, guys, is some of us who are particularly sometimes some of them are working in the city hall don't believe already on what they can be, what they can provide. They or even in a job, they would really rely on the compare and the kumares who would help them establish a job. What happens after that, guys, is like when they are already working, they would really be working not because they were accepted for the job. They work only just to punch in, go home, go back, punch out, yet they get paid. To avoid those kind of people, guys, let's treat everyone equal. Let's look at everyone as equal. Because why? For them, for those people though, even though they are like high school graduate, college graduate, and such, they would believe on their abilities. They would strive more to prove themselves that they're worth it for that kind of thing. But if the discrimination still continues, guys, we won't be able to let them believe on their ability. This backer system will still continue, which is not likely for me. It's not good to see people depending on other people for certain jobs. I strongly believe that you believe for people. How I encourage people is like believe in yourself, present yourself to the company that you're applying for. Give them strong chance that they will give you the chance for that from their own. Prove it to them that you are worth it rather than using a backer or somebody. Because for me, looking and no offense to those people who are looking for backers, it's using backers, guys. It's really sad because why? It only means one thing when you had backers, guys. You don't believe in your ability, guys. And these abilities that we have that we won't be we are not able to use, these are abilities that's been given by God to us, guys. Let's discover this kind of abilities. Let's show uh, those people that judge us for what we wear, what we do, that we are worth it. Because by then, guys, we would be able to change that. Because why? Uh, if we if we dwell on those predators that discriminate us on what we do, guys, our self-esteem's gonna go down. Depression's gonna kick in. Red horse is gonna be your friend. San Miguel beer is gonna be your friend. Addiction's gonna be your friend. And suicide is the worst thing that would happen. I don't want that. I don't really believe in that kind of the process that would happen to one's life if we believe in ourselves, guys. If somebody discriminates us, guys, or like say is negative about it, uh, what needs to be done is we thank them because we thank them because you should thank them too because they lit a fire to you to become better, guys, to prove to them that you are really uh, you could tell them thank you for doing that to me because of what you did. I am here, I'm working hard, I'm working my ass hard. And when you become a manager, uh, thank you because of discriminating me. I am right now a manager already. It lit a fire to me to get the ability out of me to show what I um, and this is my video for this uh, Monday dawn. I hope you have takeaways from it, and I hope I touch your heart on this, guys. I want to address this because it's really sad, guys, to see the people get discriminated, judged because of these things. Because why? At the end of the day, guys, it's only him on top that can judge us on what we do, guys. Uh, and I hope those who have low steam can gain steam from it to become better, guys. And actually, this will be my last mention. This will be my live video for this Monday. You can catch me to my live video here on YouTube to my two channels, which is John Michael Morrow and JM Teachman, and also through my live videos on Facebook. That's John Michael Morrow. The John is JAN, Juliet Alpha Nancy, Michael Morrow. You can hit the subscribe and the notification button here on YouTube, and you can hit the like and follow button on Facebook. You can also follow my account on Instagram and Twitter. That's JM Bookkeeping Services. That's both in Twitter and in Instagram. And you can follow our page on Facebook. That's JM Bookkeeping Services. This is JM one more time. The morning I scan defender. Enjoy your start of the Monday. Happy holiday for those people who are in the US, because this is today, later, I mean, it would be Labor Day for them. Enjoy your Monday. I salute to those frontliners.